It's your smell. What the bird is barbecuing.
G'day jabronis, it is the Verd, back with you again. Welcome here to, what is this, week 6 of the CPC? Yeah, week 6, nice. So, by now you've probably seen my little dizzle video. I'm feeling a lot better after doing that. This is obviously week 6 match of the CPC. Your Adelaide's Dingoes are up against Techno and the Carolina Pantherians. So he's been doing really well. He's currently leading his division. We are struggling a bit in our division. This team has not gone as well as I was hoping it would. But as I've said, changes are coming. They will be in effect at week 8. So I've got this week and next week to just deal with the team that I have. And then after that, we will be absolutely Gucci. So, matchup here. He had a lot of really big threats. Obviously, like Bulu's massive threat. Bulu plus Heatran is really nice as well. Like Zam, like everything here is pretty scary. But your boys brought some pretty nice tech for all this. So let's just run down the team that I brought. So because he had a Vaporeon, I decided to bring a very interesting Blastoise variant. Megastoise actually outspeeds things like Heatran and Tapu Bulu with max speed. So I decided to run max speed. That way, I can catch them off guard, and also means I outspeed Vaporeon because I am actually a sub-toxic Blastoise set. Reasoning for that is because I feel he's not going to run any move on his Vaporeon to break me, and he's not going to run sub himself, so I can easily just sub up against Vaporeon and wall it all day. And if, you know, in this example, he didn't bring Kinkelda, I have a very good matchup against his entire team. So once I get rid of Kinkelda, that Blastoise can put in a ridiculously good amount of work. Next up we have Banded Weavile, because like, look at this team, man. Like, his Banded Weavile knockoff switches don't really exist. I know there is a Bulu, but like, he doesn't want to risk Bulu taking damage. Plus, I think it should be Scarf for this matchup. Makes a lot of sense. Then I got a D-Knight. It's actually a Lefties D-Knight. This is actually my Tapu Bulu counter. Basically, the premise is that D-Knight can come in against Bulu. I can go and take Wood Hammers for days. I can take Stone Edge with the multi-scale and then switch out if I have to, if he's choice locked, and then just get off that nice healing. It's a really solid, reliable blue check, so that'll be great. I got Sash to lead Nidoking. Basically, if I feel he's leading with my Bandit or Scarf Bulu, I can lead Nidoking, take the hit, and get up my rocks. I have enough speed to outspeed, I believe, it's either, I think it's Jolly Bulu, so that if he does reveal to be Bandit and not Scarf, I can get up my rocks, go down to Sash, and then fire off a Sludge Wave and knock out Bulu if need be, which is really, really nice. Rotom is a pretty standard set this week. I believe it is... No, it's not a standard set. Haha. It's actually a Choice Scarf set because I can trick a lot of his team, which locks him down. Allows me to outspeed Zam, Scarf Bulu. Other stuff is just phenomenal. It's also just really good to lock down things like Vaporeon, Avalugg, or Conk if I can. And then finishing off the team, we have a Choice Specs Whimsicott because his only switch into Moonblast is Heatran. So, that's pretty nice. So we're just going to get into this game. I felt like I said my best lead was Nidoking, as he does lead Bulu. I have no reason not to go for Rocks here, as I said. Like, there's literally no reason not to. I go for my Rocks as he goes into Vape. I decided to go hard into Whimsicott because I feel like if he goes for Scald, so be it. And of course he snags the turn 2 burn, because, you know, why wouldn't he? I figure he's going to go into Heatran, but I have no reason to risk. He might be Air Balloon, so I decided to go for the Energy Ball just in case. I could have gone for HP Ground there, but I didn't want to take the risk. So Heatran's in, but I do have a Blastoise in the back, which can easily handle this, as he is going to double into his Tapu Bulu. A little bit threatening, but I know he's probably going to go for a Grass Move, so I'm going to double into my D-Knight, as he does go for the Horn Legion, as you're going to see with Multiscale, and that does absolutely zero, and thanks to my lefties, I'm almost back to full. If he's locked in, this is also fine. He actually ends up going into Avalugg, as I'm going to go for a DD. Now, with this Avalugg in this matchup, I was very confident he would run a Spadef Avalugg because he knows Fizzdeath Avalugg can deal with Dragonite just fine. Spadef Avalugg is really nice because it can also deal with things like Nidoking and other stuff and whatnot, and obviously Avalanche is a problem. And I was like, okay, well, I am packing Fire Blast in this Dino. I'm actually a mixed attacking Dino, but there is also a chance that he is running, because I also have a Victini on my team, he might be running the Occa Berry. So I was doing the calcs, and with an Occa Berry, I'm able to kill. Like, if he wasn't running Occa Berry and he was specially defensive, I had a chance to kill here with Fire Blast, but because there was a potential for an Occa Berry, I did not want to risk it. So I decided to double out here, go back into Stoice, as he does this Avalanche, and that's really good for us. We put a lot of pressure on here, as he goes back into Vape, and we are able to Mega Evolve And I fire off an Aura Sphere. The reason I could have gone for sub, but the need to get rid of his Avalugg was great, because if Avalugg goes down, his entire team basically just drops to D-Knight, because I have DD Fly, Earthquake, and Fire Blast, so it basically just runs through his entire team. So getting rid of Avalugg there, preventing Rapid Spin was really important, so I wanted to try and do it there, but it does just go Vaporeon. But in this situation, like I said, your boy's got sub, which means the Vaporeon ain't doing shit, as he's going to go for the Protect here, as I reveal a Toxic now. That's fine. On this next turn, I'm actually going to predict him to want to maybe go out to Conk or Avalugg, and I'm going to fire off an Aura Sphere. And it doesn't do like a great deal to Conk, but what I can just do is fire off another Aura Sphere on Conkeldurr here, get off a good chunk of damage, so we'll just go for the Drain Punch, which hurts a little bit, but it's not too bad, as what I'm going to do here is actually double out into my Whimsicott, as he actually doubles into Bulu. The reason I went out to Whimsicott there was because if he went for Drain Punch, I could take it. If he went for Knockoff, I could take it. Whereas I didn't really want my Dragonite or my Rotom taking Knockoff at all, whereas Whimsicott, I was kind of fine with it. But he actually goes hard Bulu, and again in this situation, I don't really lose anything from going out to my Dragonite. It just really walls this Bulu super hard. He actually has Hidden Power. Okay, so I was a little bit scared when I saw Hidden Power there, but he's actually Hidden Power Poison for this matchup. So that's really nice for me, because I can take that on super easily, and what I can just do here is stay in and go for a DD. He actually stays in with Bulu. I guess maybe predicting me to want to switch out, but I have no reason to switch out right now. I've definitely put him under a lot of pressure. He actually goes Conk here, which is totally fine. I can just fire off a Fire Blast. The reason I wanted to do that was because Avalugg, after Rocks, can just die to Fire Blast plus potential EQ, so I kind of want to do that if he was Ocker. It does reveal what I have, but at the same time now, I'm kind of put into a situation where I have to go for Fly in order to knock out this Conkeldurr. Not ideal, but he actually ended up going for Mach Punch, and I actually ended up, playing him really well there, and now he's like, well, shit. He expected me to just go for EQ to kill him, and yeah, I was able to just fire off the Fly, knock him out. I'm almost back to full health. He goes back into Avalugg, and I know here that there is a chance he's going to go for Avalanche. I feel he's just not weak enough yet for me to risk Fire Blast, so I'm just going to double back out to my Blastoise, as he does go for the Avalanche again. In this situation, I kind of make a bad play. I choose to sub when I should have just gone straight for the not the Rapid Spin. I just choose to go Heat Train here, which is interesting. I guess he had Chople, which is nice, but he also doesn't realize that my Stoise is running max speed. So yeah, gone. See you later. I guess my I should explain my premise as to why I let my Blastoise go for sub there on the Avalugg was because I knew he could spin, but since Conkeldurr had gone down, I didn't really lose anything from going for my substitute, since nothing could really break it without taking a ridiculous amount of damage. And it put me just in a really strong position. As you can see, I took out his Heat Train. Now he goes into Bulu, and I am packing the Ice Beam, so he can fire off a Horn Leech here, do a good amount, but I can fire off an Ice Beam and do a tremendous amount to this Bulu. And now that I know that he's locked into Horn Leech, I can double into my Dragonite once again. He does go for that Leech, and I can take that just fine. I believe at this turn I choose to go for my Fire Blast, as I didn't want to go for a DD, it felt too obvious, and I figured he'd go into Avalugg, and he does have the Ockerberry. I get a crit, which didn't matter because 2 Fire Blasts would have knocked him out. I have to go for Fire Blast here in order to kill him, and he actually goes into Vaporeon, which I don't really mind because now he's let me get back up to full health. My Multiscale is intact to take on that Bulu again. Now I make a bit of a bad play here. I openly admit I should have gone hard Stoist, because Ice Beam was by far if he had it to play. I just figured because I'd seen Wish, Protect, and Scald, that his last move would be Toxic, giving him actually a way to beat Mega Blastoise, but he didn't have it. He went for Ice Beam. I made a bit of a bad play there, as Whimsicott's going to take an absolute crap ton. So Whimsicott only has like 2 turns left in it, but I'm looking at his team and I'm like, he doesn't have a switch in for Specs Energy Ball as far as I can see, but he does go for Protect, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of annoying, but the thing is my Whimsicott's also packing Tailwind on this spec set, so I actually make the decision here to say, well, I could go for Energy Ball here, but he's probably just going to sack off Bulu, so I'm going to predict the Bulu sack, go into Weavile, and catch that thing. But he actually goes Avalugg, so he had 2 sacks. Either way, it worked out for me. I was able to kill one of them off as Weavile comes in. Now I'm a banned Weavile. I could have risked that there, but I had no reason not to go into my Rotom because I am Choice Scarfed. I waste this Wakanberry really nicely, and I can go back into my Blastoise. Blastoise is effectively a sack at this point, as 2 out of 2 Scalds for this Vaporeon, because, why not? This is kind of bad for me, but I do decide to double back into Rotom because I expect him to try and switch out as he does go into Alakazam. because I am scarfed, I can go for that Voltage again. It just goes Bulu, which is surprising. This turn, I could have... what I should have done on this turn is probably gone D-Knight, because at this point, looking at the matchup, D-Knight could have just set up a DD in 1, but I decided to go into Nidoking because I know I can live, because I'm sashed, but he actually doesn't even bring me down a sash, so I don't know what... I think it was a Scarf Bulu with not enough investment. I could have gone for free rocks there, which would have sucked. Alakazam comes in, I can just go hard into my Rotom, because I know he's probably not going to go for Shadow Ball, as now I can just go for a Volt Switch again as he goes into Vaporeon. And at this point I go into my Weavile. Now, he has burned his Wakanda Berry, which sucks, because if he still had his item, he would easily die here to knock off. But this is... Okay, to put into context, judging on the way the Vaporeon's been taking hits, I would like to believe this is more of a... judging on how much the Volt Switch did, I would like to assume this is a physically defensive Vaporeon. Look how much banded freaking knockoff he's about to do to this Vaporeon. Bop. So he is not going to be able to stall me out after Grassy Terrain ends with Wish and Protect. So basically this Vaporeon is going to go down eventually to my Weavile. I can literally just spam this because although he has Wish plus Protect, guys, I have the combination of knockoff doing a shit ton and the fact that I have pressure, meaning that all of his moves are being halved right now every time they're being used. So eventually he is going to go down as he does go for the continual Wish Protect spam, which is fine by me. If I had SD, this would be over by now. But sadly, I am not. I decided to go Bandit because it's much better in this matchup. As he does score down, of course, 3 times in a row. Why wouldn't you just get the burn? A little bit annoying, but you know, it is what happens. He goes in Alakazam, and okay, so you might be wondering, Verd, why didn't Alakazam just outspeed your Weavile? That's because I was Adamant Bandit. Reason for that is because looking at the matchup, I figured Alakazam's probably going to creep Terrakion. It might, but I need to go Adamant because Adamant Weavile literally just... There were so many damage rolls where Adamant Weavile just destroyed him. Like, if I wasn't Adamant there against that Vaporeon, he would have been able to stall me out. So it was really important to run Adamant there, and I also just wanted to see what he had as his attack move. If he had the Dazzling Gleam, if he had the, if he had, what do you call it? Focus Blast, which he just went for. Because if he missed Focus Blast, then I could have just gone straight for the knock and got rid of him. And now he goes into, he has HPI, so I could just go straight for the DD. The reason I want to go for the DD there is because I'm not running E-Speed Dragonite, and I wanted to, I don't really know why I went for DD, to be fair. I could have just clicked EQ, but I don't know, I was just trying to stunt on this man. Went for the EQ now, drop him down to a Sash. As HBS will knock me out, but it doesn't really matter because 1, I have Whimsicott with Tailwind support in the back, and 2, I do have my Scarf Rotom that is still around, and that is going to be GG. So we pick up a really solid 4-0 win. Definitely is really positive to see the team that I'm like. Well, a few things that I'm going to be ditching, put in a bit of work this week around. Next week we have Muse the Best and the Portland Trail Blazerkins. Should be a really good game. I felt like the team was really solid this time around. Hopefully we can get a good result. We're currently 3-3, which is good enough right now for us to make playoffs, but we need to keep on winning. We need to keep on doing the right things in order to keep that going. So fingers crossed that we can do that. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Yeah, and let me know how you felt about it. Yeah, on the Verd, I'm out, bitch.